in the world today. A lot going on in our state of the economy. hmm Do you need a mental health day? Who needs a mental health day? I do. Well, if you do, you're not alone. And today I want to talk about it. So, today I'm going to share with you 7 tips for owning your feelings. We're going to take a mental health day. So, keep watching and listening to today's episode of Lunch and Learn Live with Janet Smith. Thank you for joining us, joining today's Lunch and Learn Live. This is Lunch and Learn Live from TalentSmiths. TalentSmiths is a place where top paid compensation professionals can go to find career advancement. Lunch and Learn Live is a place where all professionals can go to get information on interview prep, career prep, professional, personal development, which is why today I want to take a step back and take a mental health day because many reasons. One, we need it. And two, we need it. Three, I think we need it. In addition to that, May is Mental Health Awareness Month and it's Employee Health and Fitness Month. And we're going to take a mental health day. So come along with us. And I want to share with you some information from an organization that does lots of good things in the field today, and it's Mental Health America. So specifically, Mental Health America has an amazing website with lots of great information, and I'm sharing you information from their website because I am not a health professional, nor do I play one on TV. So I am sending you to the source and the source of great information. And they have a mental health toolkit that you can download. And you can go to the website that you see and you can download this toolkit so that you can follow along with me today, and actually you can follow along with me all month. So I will share with you some information about Mental Health America. It's the nation's leading community-based nonprofit that's dedicated to addressing the needs of those living with mental illness and promoting overall mental health of all Americans. And here's the website for that company. And in May, they have an initiative going on. There's a campaign called Million in May, hashtag Million in May. So they'd love for you to join the campaign by taking a screen to help promote prevention, early identification, and intervention. So there's the link to the website there where you can take your screening so that you can help promote or prevent. You can promote the prevention of mental illness, and you can help to identify it early and help with initiatives for intervention if necessary. So I highly encourage you to check it out and take a screening and join in on prevention and promoting prevention and just having the conversation, because that's the main thing what I want to do in May. Take a mental health day and have a conversation. So talk about it. So in the month of May, we're having a May Day. All this month, we're sharing information from Mental Health America to help you initiate a conversation with your friends, initiate a conversation with your family, with your loved ones, with your coworkers, or just have a conversation with yourself. So you'll be able to find this lineup of events over on TalentSmiths Facebook business page that shows you what we're going to focus on and what I'm going to share with you each week. You'll also find this information if you go over to Mental Health America's website and download it as well. And I encourage you to download the toolkit so that you can follow along with us. And today I'm going to share with you information from their website that focuses on 7 tips for owning your feelings. 7 tips for owning your feelings. So let's go into that. Let's go into those 7 tips. And like I said, this is open dialogue, encouraging you to have a conversation with yourself and with your loved ones as well. So let's talk about it. And so the first tip is to allow yourself to feel. That is the first tip for owning your own feelings, allowing yourself to feel. Don't be so hard on yourself. Everyone has emotions. We're all human beings. We all have emotions. Our emotions vary depending upon the situation. And you're all entitled to your emotions, regardless of if you're male, female, whatever the case may be. Everyone has emotions. And the reason I say that, and I'm sure the reason they say that, is because many times you'll hear someone say, man up, meaning don't be so emotional. Well, we all have emotions. You're all entitled to feel what you're feeling. And I'm sure a lot of us have gone through different emotions and different things throughout this current pandemic, because there's a lot going on and there's a lot to deal with and there's a lot to process, because there's a lot of information coming at us, and there's a lot of information that we have to decipher and we have to deal with, and we have to learn how to strategically change what we're doing or alter what we're doing. So you have emotions throughout all of that, and it's okay to have those emotions. Hello, Mr. Welby. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning into the show. Awesome. So let's go on to tip number 2. So tip number 2 is don't ignore how you are feeling. This is their tip number 2. Don't ignore how you are feeling. And one of the things that I will say to that is that we all have different feelings and different emotions, and sometimes they're in groups or areas or locations where we might not be able to immediately express those feelings. We might not be able to immediately vocalize what we're feeling and what we're thinking. So think before you act, think before you speak, but don't bottle up your emotions to the point of explosion. There is a time and a place to share what you feel and how you're feeling. Your feelings are true. Your feelings are valid, but think before you act and think before you speak, so that you can ensure that whatever you're communicating, you're getting it out in the best way. You're getting it out in an effective way so that you can have a two-way conversation. Make sense? Hopefully so. So number 3 is talk it out, and talk it out. People are eager to share about similar experiences. There's so many people in this world. A lot of times you feel, or we may feel, that we're alone, but there are so many people feeling and going through the same thing that we are. There are millions of people going through the same thing that we are right now, because we are all in this pandemic together. And people want to talk about it. They want to share similar experiences. And this can be very helpful to talk about it. It can be very helpful for you to just verbalize what's in your mind, because a lot of times when you say it, it sounds different when you say it versus just having it in your mind. So if you have someone that's willing and open to hear what you want to share, let them know if you just want to share, or let them know if you want to have a two-way conversation so that they can share as well. Just be open when you're communicating with other people, because people naturally want to help, and it is in everyone's DNA to be helpful. Some of that help comes across in varied opinions, but in all of that, people just want to be helpful. So, number 4, build your emotional vocabulary. What does that mean? So, instead of saying, I'm fine when someone asks how you're doing, or I'm okay when someone asks how you're doing, think of words that really describe how you feel. Or in previous situations, think of words that really describe how you felt and write those words down, because very often when you reply, I'm fine, are you really fine? Or is it just too much to go into conversation about? And you think maybe the other person doesn't really want to hear what you want to say. So instead of saying, I'm fine, think of words that describe how you feel and write those words down. So it's best to do that now. Think of previous conversations or previous ways that you've felt when you've shared to them that you were fine, but you really weren't. And write down some of those words that you were really feeling and some of those ways that you were really feeling. And number 5, try journaling. It really does help. Write down 3 feelings that you've had over the course of the day and what caused them. This is something that you can do each day. This is something that they are suggesting that you do each day. So at the end of your day, write down 3 feelings that you had over the course of the day and what caused them. So it doesn't have to be a diary. It doesn't have to be anything long or extensive. Just jotting down 3 of your feelings and what caused those feelings. It can be a really good record for you to look back on and to reflect back on in a week, in 2 weeks, or in a month's time. You may end up seeing a pattern of how you feel and how you felt at certain times. So I highly encourage to try journaling. Myself, I'm into digital planning. If you're interested in digital planning sheets or help with digital planning, comment #digital and I will share some additional information with you. So, number 6, consider the strength of your feelings. Well, what does that mean? Well, ask yourself, and you're asking yourself, am I stressed or am I just annoyed? You're asking yourself, am I angry or am I just feeling betrayed? So, really think about what you're feeling, because you may not be stressed. You may just be annoyed of a certain situation or a certain circumstance. And you may not really be angry. You may just be feeling a sense of betrayal or feeling something a little bit different. So ask yourself really what it is that you're feeling. Are you feeling that initial feeling that you think you're feeling, or is it really something else? So with this one, you really have to just peel back the layers a little bit and dig a little bit deeper to see what you're really feeling. And so I have a question for you, for everyone that's watching. Do you need a mental health day in May? Comment #mental health if you need a mental health day in May. Do you need a mental health day? If you're watching this on the replay, comment #mental health, because I want to know if you need a mental health day as well, because many of us do. And also, before I go on, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to TalentSmiths YouTube channel. Over there, you will find a host of resources that will help you for interview prep, career prep, and it's going to help you intentionally go down the path of the career that you have in your mind for yourself. So you'll find different videos that shows you how to prepare in certain areas. So depending upon what season you are in your career, what stage you are in your career, you will find some videos there for you where you can binge and get help for your intentional career path. Are all about doing things intentionally. Mhm. So let's go into the seventh tip that I have for you. The seventh tip that I have for you that we're sharing from the Mental Health America is to see a mental health professional. There's a stigma with that, but there shouldn't be, because we all go through so much just living life. And sometimes you may need a little bit of help just to navigate through life healthy in a healthy way. So there are counselors, there are therapists, and they've been trained to help you through different situations that you may find yourself in, because we all are different. We all handle things differently. We all receive, perceive, and reply and act to things differently. So if you find yourself in need of talking to someone, there are counselors, there are therapists, and that have been trained to help you through situations. And so I encourage you to download the mental health toolkit over on the website so that you can walk through all of these tools by yourself, with your family, with your loved ones, so that you can have a conversation. It's all about opening up and starting the conversation. We need to have a mental health day. We're going to have it in May. So take the time to identify what you are feeling. Okay? Good luck. You've got this. I know you do. I know you do. I know you've got this. And I know that this is something that you can handle. We can all get through this, and we can all get through this together. It may seem like challenging times, which it is, but we need to open up and we need to talk about it. And I want you to start the conversation in your mind and continue the conversation with your family, with your loved ones, which is why all this month we're going to have a mental health day. Each week, we're going to have a mental health day, and we're going to have different topics so that you can talk about it and you can get those feelings out and try to help others that need to get their feelings out as well. And I encourage you to visit the, let's find the link here so that you can, so that you can go to this link right here. mhascreening.org, because they're encouraging everyone to take a screening in May. Go to the website. It's hard for me to point, it's backwards. Go to the website, take your screening, and share this with other people as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you on our next Mental Health Day, all this month in May.